So what about your practicals? Done, Srikanth. How about others? You guys are all up to date? Super. Very good. Very good. Thank God. Yeah. Okay. So today we'll take the next thing. What I have it is a very simple service, very easy, very cute one, and it doesn't take much time. So, which is the service used to share the data from among the EC2 instances? What an answer, yeah. If you answers like this in interviews, he will, even though you're a fresher, he'll take it to the lead position. Nice. EFS, correct. So EFS, there is, we know already on the theoretical part. So EFS is completely managed by AWS. EFS is limited storage or unlimited storage? Unlimited storage. So what is the protocol that it uses? NFS. So this EFS is for Linux or Windows? Linux. Simple. This EFS can be mounted to multiple EC2 instances at the same time? Yes. Super. So what we're going to do is we launch the EC2 instance. Sorry, we will create a EFS and then we'll create. Okay, let me share my screen. EFS is storage, macha. Okay. Do you have any doubt there? Oh, backbone is EC2. Did I say that? So where did I use that word? Backbone is EC2. Okay. Which service I have used? Beanstalk. Did I use it? So we use DFSR, I'm trying to say artificial entry. Yeah. Okay. So today we'll see it, and then you can decide yourself whether that is similar or different. Huh? Okay. Okay. So Rajkumar, if you're ready with the $350, we can do that. FSX is for Windows, same concept, but that required Active Directory. But after doing this EFS, it will be easy for you to do that also. Okay, so what we're going to do is, first we create an EFS. Okay. After that, we launch one EC2 instance, guys. And then what we do, we log into this EC2 instance, and then we will mount this EFS. We'll mount this EFS here. So mount meaning it uses NFS protocol, right? So we need to install NFS utils for this. What is the command to install? Simple yum install NFS minus utils. So we need to install that. And when we need to create one directory, you can create any directory called make.ds, and then we need to mount it. Mount what? Our EFS to that EFS directory. Correct? And then we CD to that EFS and then create some files. Okay, that files will be stored here. Correct, Chidi? And if you want to verify this, we will launch one more EC2 instance. We will mount the same EFS to this EC2 instance. We log into it, and I should be able to see the same data here already. Yes, this is the task we'll be doing it on EFS. Everyone understood what we're going to do practical? We launch, first we create an EFS, we launch the EC2 instance, we'll mount. And in security group, what is the protocol that we need to enable? NFS. Simple. Okay, let's go here. One, 3, 2, 2, 7, 0. Okay. So let's go to EFS. So it's a file storage. So let's go here. In EFS also, you have the same thing like how we have in S3, where you have standard storage, infrequently accessed ones, or same thing. The price is different based on, you know very well what is this storage classes refers to, correct? So let's go and click on create file system. Name. So what do we do? So 9 a.m. EFS. Okay, we'll give 9 a.m. EFS demo. Give some name. So this EFS should be inside the VPC. Obviously, yes. And here storage class. Storage class, we have standard and one zone. So which one do we go for? Is usually we go for standard. So standard meaning the EFS that you have created you will be able to mount this EFS in all the availability zones if you go for the standard. Stores redundant data across multiple availability zones. But if you want to make this EFS the data available only in particular availability zone, select that availability zone. Otherwise, go with all. If you select standard, it will be available all availability zones. One zone meaning only in one availability zone. Do not click on create. Let's click on customize and see what all things we have. So automatic backups. So guys, if you that's additional charges apply, you see Bulgu link, and then here don't enable any automated backups, but it's just matter of selecting it if you need in real time. Lifecycle management, same thing. What is the lifecycle management used for in S3? It is used to move the objects from one storage class to another storage class. Correct? And here also, if you have so much of data lying in that EFS, let's say you are not using that particular data since 1 day, 7 days, 14, 30, 60, 90 days. Since these many days, you are not accessing the data. So, but still you are paying for the standard class because by default it's standard only. So if you don't want to pay the price for the for the standard, and you can mention that if I'm not accessing the data since these many days, automatically it will move to infrequently, so that we can save some price. So let's say there is a file called index.html. I'm saying example, or some index.sh file, shell file, or Python file. So I'm not accessing that Python file since 30 days. And obviously that Python file storage class will be moved to infrequently. And let's say now due to some requirement, I started accessing Python file, that index.python. On my first access itself, it will be moved again to standard. So you are transitioning out of IA. So if you don't want, put it none. Otherwise, on first axis, again, it will move to standard. See, this is based on your requirement. You just go, you just need to go ahead and then select it. Okay. So if you want to move your files between standard frequently access to infrequently, so you can use this lifecycle management. And then encryption, it is automatically encrypted. It is data at rest because it is a storage where you can be using data at rest, right? You can use this automatically. The AWS/Elastic File System key will be used. If you don't want to use that default one, you can create your own keys and then that will be listed out here. So I'm not going for encryption. Performance settings. So you have two things here, bursting and general purpose. So both are recommended for normal performance. That means good performance. But if you need to have extreme, that meaning high performance, where it is take more workloads and you need to have more through higher throughputs, right? And more workloads and with the very low latency, and you cannot tolerate high latencies, then go for this. Okay. So if you go for throughput, so guys here throughput and then performance. So if you go for throughput mode, bursting is more than sufficient. If you go for enhance, so elastic is recommended. That meaning, or it will automatically. I told you that it will automatically scale based on how much that you put it. So it will automatically scale the storage also. It will automatically scale your performance also. That is elastic. Provision meaning standard. You need to just give how much that you need, like we used to give in our volumes. So if you need to go for high level, then go for it. General maximum IO meaning the same thing, like how much IOs that you need. Chiti, is this clear? The first step, settings. Okay, baby. Understood? Okay. So now let's click on next. So network access. So obviously it should be inside the VPC and mount targets. So I have selected all zones, standard, no? That meaning all zones. So you still have an option here to remove. If at all, if you, let's say I don't want in 1C, remove it. Okay. If you want to add, so whichever the availability zones that you need, you just go and add it. It's just an availability zone, and which, so we are using the default security group in real time. If you have your own security group for EFS created, you select that EFS here, security group. IIP will be automatically assigned. And then click on next. And this is optional, which is a file system policy. So if at all you want to control your file system by preventing root access, by enforcing read only, if you want to do intransit data at rest, encryption is always there. But if you are from your EC2 instance to EFS, that is in transit, no? The data is flowing from your EC2 to EFS. If you want to enable that in transit, you can enable it. Okay, but it is completely optional. In real time, if at all you need, you can just matter of checkbox, automatically your JSON file will be generated here. Right, just matter of checkboxes. It is that clear? If at all you need, you can enable it. Otherwise, leave it. And click on next. Review and create. We don't have a habit of reviewing it. That's nice. So click on create. Does everyone understood how do we create EFS? Simple. Mm. So now this is getting up. So it is in coma now. So let's give some time to wake up. So meanwhile, should we go and what should we do next? Yes, let's go ahead and then launch EC2. Launch EC2. So let's go ahead and launch EC2. Launch instance. So call it as EFS demo 1. So browse free and Aerotopy Red Hat. So come down and select your 9 AM batch and go with any of the. Should I go with 1C? No, go with 1A. Select existing security group. This is a default security group. So somewhere I show this is a network. So here in advanced, here do you see 0 into file systems. Okay. So here you can click on edit and you can add EFS directly when you're launching the EC2 instance. So, so guys, either you can go with EFS directly, attach it here, or you can go with FSX. So add shared file system. If you click on this, so we have created this file system now. Just now we created, right? It will be selected here, 9 AM EFS demo here. So this is you can do it either way. You can do it like this here, or you can give me a second. Okay, back. Sorry. So guys, either you can do it this way, or we can do it by logging into the EC2 instance. Also, we can do it. Okay. So I'll go with that. Okay. So I'll go and launch the EC2 instance. So let's wait. So meanwhile, so I'll take it into one notepad. So I gave you the command. So I told you that you need to do the yum install. So this mount point, we should add it. Okay. So here mount minus T NFS4, and this is the, what is this? This is the file system ID. So we go to the file system and then file system ID, we have it here. Do you see this? We have it here. Or you can see the DNS name here. You can take this DNS name. Okay. And you can replace this here. Here's file system ID. And they are mounting to a directory called EFS. Okay. Now let's wait until this EC2 instance come up, right? Initializing, and then we log into this EC2, and then we need to go and add security groups, no? That port inbound, edit, and my IPs are getting changed. Add rule. What is the protocol that I should enable it here? Do you see the NFS? NFS, my IP. Everyone understood what we did? Any questions still here? We need to create directory. Yeah, yes. We'll go. First, let us log in first. We need to create first you need to install NFS utils. After that, you need to create a directory and you need to mount your file system to that directory. So let have our machine ready. Two checks passed. So let's take that public IP and then open it. And let's open it. EC2 minus user. Okay. So now sudo minus yes. Let's elevate the permissions. So what is the command? For what is the first thing that you need to install? So let's yum install -y nfs minus utils. Okay, install it. Okay, so installation is done. Okay, and then what we need to do, we need to create a directory, no? So you can create any directory with any name. So I'm creating mkdir efs. Okay, and then mount this to the directory. Okay, and then go inside the directory. And then now here, create some files like mkdir test or 123, create some touch hello.sh file, right? And touch some script.python file like this. So we have all these files here created now. So where are these getting stored? In EFS. So guys, if you are coming out of this folder EFS, then it will be storing in your volume, correct? You have to be inside this EFS if you want to do that. Okay. So now I am storing this everything there. So how do I check it is getting shared or not? Should I go and launch one more EC2 instance and then do the same thing and see these files are there? Yes. So let's go ahead and launch instance. I call it as EFS demo 2. Browse. You got easy task today, huh? So select it. My name, edit it. This time I'll put it in 1B so that you'll understand EFS can be mounted to multiple availability zones across availability zones. So I'm just going and launching the EC2 instance. So that is not a permanent mount. So I'm doing it here only, no? So if you want to be in permanent mount, you need to add it to etc EFS tab, FS tab. That is your Linux things. Andre, that's for you. So let's take the second one. Let's wait. Correct. For Windows EC2, FSX is created instead of EFS. Let me quickly show you that. Also, let's wait. Slicing. Yes, you can. If you have. So here, from your company, you can. From your laptop, it doesn't. If it is a public IP, if the DNS is allowed, then you can. Otherwise, no. So here, monitoring, you can monitor policies. We have set up access. Have you done access points in S3? The same access points will be for throughout the services. Access points. Have you done access points? Yes or no? No? How much time will you need? How about others? Have you read it at least? Okay, what is that? What is that related to? It's okay. Will you do it today? At least, everyone? Yes, please. It's for you only, not for me. Okay. So here we have replication. So guys, this is in, we have created in Mumbai, na? We have created in Mumbai. So if you, and our EFS is available only in Mumbai region. But if at all you want to replicate to some other region, you can replicate. Okay. Simply click on create replication. The same data can be replicated to other regions also. This is a in certification question. So just try to put it like if at all, if you want to replicate the data of EFS to multiple regions, yes, you can do the replication. But don't do it. It's they'll charge you. Okay. So let me go ahead and connect to the second one. Public IP. Take it. So connected. EC2 minus user. Sudo minus yes. And what is the thing here? Also, we need to install. Here also we need to install NFS utils, correct? So yum install minus y NFS minus utils. Yes, correct. So installation is done, clear, and then create directory, EFS directory, and then mount point, we need to mount it, no? So copy the same mount point and put it here. So we need to go to CDFS. No, this is a mistake many people will do. They'll do LS here itself and says that, sir, I'm not getting it. So go into this EFS. And if I do LS, should I get the same data of this side in the EFS? Yes, let's do that. So if I do LS, do you see that? Do you get the same data? So if I create another file here, touch 9am test.sh file, ls, I have 9am test. If I do ls here, I should be able to see 9am. And if I create a here also, let's say I'm creating a directory called demo something. Okay. The demo is here. And if I do ls, the demo is here. So like this, you can share the data among the EC2 instances across availability zones using this EFS concept. Understood? Easy, no? if you want to share the data. Any questions? It's a very simple service. Anytime you can go ahead and then edit the files, edit the settings of your file system. And this is, there is no size, there is no limit, it is unlimited size. It is just, you keep on putting the data, it will keep on increasing the size. You can delete it, you can create multiple EFSs, right? You can replicate it, correct? Okay, that is on EFS. It's a very simple and straightforward service. Any questions? Will you able to do this? Small one? So when you get to see this kind of this AWS backup, you no need to be worried thinking that it's not covered. So whatever, it's all the same. So if you want to take the backups, so this includes your in EC2 we used to take the backups, no, snapshots and all, AMIs, and then you take it and put it. So basically, it's all related to that only. So supported service C, EBS, EC2. So we haven't covered RDS yet. We'll talk. So if you want to take the EFS backup, you no need to go to each. In each and every service, also you can take the backup, correct? Individually. But if you want, what they did is, so they combined everything and they created a service called AWS Backup, where you can take the service for backup of EBS, backup of EC2 instances and all. Let's create a backup plan. So yeah, so what is your backup plan and all? So build a new plan. Transition, everything what we have learned, it's same thing only. Right? So I'm just giving an example. Oh, you want to say FSX, no? So FSX, if you go here, same thing, guys. Now you are ready to see here. So create file system. Same thing, how we have created for EFS. It's little bit different because EFS is for Linux, FSX is for Windows. So create file system. And do you see this here? You have different file system options. If you want to use NetApp, is ONTAP, opens ZFS and Windows file server and this. So based on a requirement, you can select. If you have ONTAP, you can follow these instructions. Right? It's a storage. Same thing for it. So same thing for this. So let me take an example of Windows FSX for Windows file server. Right? So if we click on next, give the name, multi-AZ concept, single AZ concept, same thing in EFS. Storage type, you want SSD or SSD. Which one is faster, SSD or SSD? Obviously. So you just mention how much size your EFS is unlimited, but FSX is, you need to mention the size, how much the storage capacity that you need. So maximum is up to this much. Okay. And then select same VPC, blah, 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 blah. Subnet is normal. This is what I'm talking about. Windows authentication. AWS managed Active Directory or self-managed Active Directory. So if you have your Active Directory, you need to have an Active Directory in order to do the authentication, correct? So we don't have any Active Directory here. But if you want to create a new Active Directory, don't create it, but I'm just showing. For that, you need to have a domain. Do you see this? AWS Manager Microsoft AD, or you can use your AD connector. If you have it in your on-premises, you can use the AD connector. And you need to know a little bit of this. This basically comes under sysops. Sysops guys who are admins, I mean Windows guys. This is a bread and butter, guys, for you Active Directory, correct? In MCSC, those who are on Windows, yes or no? No one? Windows? Okay, no issues. Yeah. So here, if you click on next, do you see this here? So if you want to go for a standard edition, which is you can create, you will get only 1 GB storage for all your objects like users and all. You need to pay this much. And for enterprise edition, you need to pay this much. There is no free here. This is a reason why I told you. And also you need to have a domain ready for you. Like how you have guys, when you are logging into your machines in your company, you have infosys.com at the bottom domain, correct? Or some client.com, right? So that domain should be there. You need to purchase the domain and keep it ready. I need to give it a fully qualified domain name, FQDN, right? And then click on give the passwords and blah, blah, blah. And then choose your VPC where your Active Directory should be and create it. Once you create this directory, this will get here. You select that directory and create it. That's finish, review and create. Once you create it, same thing, you can attach it for your Windows machines, mount. Understood? FSX. So it's not a big rocket science. So if you have all these prerequisites there, like domain and all, you can easily go into it. Was that clear? Someone was asking that. Guys, you're with me? Is it clear? Any questions on EFS? Mm-hmm. Sir, why we need domain here where we don't need in EFS? For authentication purpose. Active Directory, you need to recall that Active Directory for what we have discussed in early days. Yes. Any questions? All good. So will you able to do this? Simple, practical. Do you need? Do you? Okay. So these are the only 4 things. Take that. No, I think Manisha. I think it's a mount point where the network should be open. That's it. There's no here. Linux is all about packages. No, the mount point should be there automatically in Windows. Okay. So once you are done with it, so delete it. Don't keep it. So I'm just going and deleting it. Give the system ID. Confirm. And then terminate your EC2 instances. Setting down. And it is deleting the file system. It's gone. Okay. Super. So will you complete these practicals? How much time will it take? Tell me honestly. 10 to 15 minutes maximum. Okay. For this, don't drag it for the weekend or don't say we don't have time. Okay. So complete that and we'll start another service tomorrow. Or you can do it now because I'm leaving you early. So you can just finish it now itself. Don't leave here and there, and then do it now itself, and then be relaxed all the day. And tomorrow we'll take up new service. Can you give me the final CC for today? Yeah, if you do it now, you'll feel more confident even. Great. Super. Super. So that is all, guys, for today. And I'll see you tomorrow with the next service. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow.